Hello, my beautiful duckling. Welcome back to the garden. Today I want to talk to you about how much time it takes to manifest a specific person. Time is an illusion, and when we are manifesting a specific person, the time it takes to get them back, how much time is that? This is Susie, your beautiful swan queen. Again, welcome back to the garden. When we are manifesting a specific person, people always ask me, well, how long is this going to take? Well, the short answer, the simple answer, I'm going to snap my fingers and tell you, when a million people move. If you look at manifesting a specific person and think about all the people who have to move, all the players that have to move to be able to get that manifestation. So you're in a relationship with your specific person and you're asking how much time it takes to get them. If they have a third party, the third party has to move out of the way. If their family doesn't approve, that has to change. If you are constantly saying you're in radio silence, or you aren't communicating, or he crosses the street whenever I am walking down the street and he sees me, he crosses the street, your words are keeping the minions from doing their jobs. So consider manifesting a specific person. A million people must move to get that relationship back together. Some people I know have taken 20 years. Some people, less than a year. The fastest one I know, 60 days. The thing is, when you are focusing on it has been 6 years, it's been 5 years, it's been 2 years, it's been 10 years, that's the twin flame community teaching you that you're in separation and you have to clean your shit. No. You have to change your story. You must change your story. So 6.5 years ago, I met a guy. Absolutely knocked my socks off. Blew my brains out. Totally fell in love with him the moment I saw him. He had me before hello. He had me before coffee. And we all know Susie loves coffee. So he had me before hello. I saw him. That was it. The end of it. There were circumstances in the background that didn't allow us to be together. I saw him a year ago. I still love him. I still want to be the queen of his world. I really, truly still want a relationship with this person. He just literally blew my mind. But I also know I blow his mind because of the way he looked at me, the way he softens his voice when he talks to me, the way he told me things that had happened over the last 6 years. So because of that, I know personally, somewhere in the back of their mind, they are still thinking about us. From all of my coaching clients, and I figured it out. I've coached in the last 6 years almost 1,000 people, and all but 4 of those 1,000 people are together. One is on the fence. The other 3, well, we're still working on it. But here's the thing. I'm not looking at the time frame. I'm not counting the days. I'm not counting the months. If you have a baby, the baby is a month old. Then it's 6 months old. Then it's 12 months old. Wait, no, it's a year. And then after it becomes a year, it goes to 16 months, 18 months, 20 months. Clothing size, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 18 months, 18 to 24 months. So we're taught to count, even by the clothing manufacturers. You have to stop counting. You can't think it's been 6 years, 7 months, 8 days, and 2 hours. Because if you're thinking it's 6 months, 6 years, 7 months, 8 days, and 2 hours, you're going to create more separation. You must change your story. And I know living in time can be extremely, extremely difficult. But here's the thing. Time is an illusion. The minions are moving what needs to be done to get them to you. So there is a birthing process. I'm going to the circus today. So a woman takes 9 months. A kitten takes 6 weeks. An elephant takes 2 years. There's no set time in stone when you are manifesting somebody. But your words, I guarantee you, are undoing that manifestation. Because if you are literally walking around saying, you know, the love of my life, he absolutely loves me, he adores me, but we can't be together right now, there's your words. If you are walking around saying, you know, it's been so much time and the longer it goes, I just don't believe it anymore, there's your phrase. Time to manifest your specific person depends upon persistence. I must persist that this person loves me. I must think, eat, sleep, drink, poop, walk, talk, chew gum, and believe that this person loves me. And if this person walks into my path, the whole world knows he loves me. The whole world knows he loves me. Absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt. I mean, people will say his name and he doesn't even pay attention to him because he's staring at me. That was 6.5 years ago that I met this person. It doesn't change because love is love. And if we have a desire, they have a desire. That doesn't mean that they're acting on them. So you have to find a way to fake it till you make it, lie to yourself, persist in the assumption until it hardens into fact, however you want to say it. It's here. Jim Carrey would tell you, if it's not showing up in your reality, you need to turn around and start saying, it's here, it's here, it's here. Well, how about thank you, Minions, for making this happen. Thank you, Minions, for opening the door that caused us to come back together. The only time we live in is right now. 7 minutes ago, do you remember what I first said when I started this video? Will you remember everything I said 7 minutes from now? We only specifically live right now and in this second. So in this second, if you think about your specific person and you are saying we're not together, congratulations, you manifested separation. If you are thinking of your specific person and going, no, he loves me and the Minions are bringing him, Amazon just hasn't delivered him yet, that's a different shift. But if you do what Jim Carrey says and go, he's here, he's here, he's here. A lot of my clients who have had quick success used the word now. Our relationship has now changed to this. Our relationship is now this. We are now in a relationship because that's the only time we actually live. Anything else is the past, and it's now a story that we tell going forward. Anything forward hasn't physically happened yet, so you can change it. So by changing it, you have to sit there and go, no, this is the way I want it. Thank you, it's happening this way. Thank you, it's here now. But you have to stop counting the days. Because if you're counting the days, then you're like me with my dresser. The dresser's still not done. It has 3 coats of primer on it. I will probably get most of the solid color coat on there today. But that dresser, my brother died February 13th of 2014. I hate Valentine's Day. I hate it. I just never have had a good experience with Valentine's Day. But there's a few people that I have dated who have made February 13th bearable for me. So I'm counting the days my brother has been gone. So how many months is that? Almost 73? I could probably tell you down to the second if I actually thought about it. And that's what we're doing with our specific person. We're treating it as a death. So let that old relationship die. Let it die. Go, you know, the breakup, the arguing, all of the whatnots that happened in the past that caused us to break up, it no longer exists because it's only a story you're telling yourself. The new story must be, you know what? He can't get over me any more than I can get over him. He's now thinking about me. He's now coming to me. He's now here. He's now calling. He's now texting. We are now in a relationship. Because when you are living in the time trap, and I hear it a lot, I really do. Well, I don't know anybody personally who's gotten together after a year or 2 years. I do. I have clients, I have personal people in my reality that have gotten back together after being broke up for over a year. It's no easier to get them back if you broke up a week ago, or 52 weeks ago, or 520 weeks ago. All that matters is you. How many times have you heard a story where an elderly couple have dated when they were in high school or college? They went their separate ways because they broke up. They got married. They had families. And then in their 60s, 40 years later, they got divorced. A spouse passed away. They bumped into this person, and it was like time stood still. I've been thinking about you for the last 40 years. I've wondered what happened to you. Where did you go? What did you do? How's life been? And then the next thing you know, they're getting married because 40 years ago, they were in love. If you truly love this person and they truly love you, there is no days, months, years that can separate you two, because you will come back together. If you are thinking of them, I guarantee you they're thinking of you. And if you are focusing on the reasons you're not together, that's why the minions cannot do their job. So do what Jim Carrey does. Stand still, turn around, and thank the minions for delivering my package. Thank you. He's here. Isn't it wonderful? He's now here. He's now showing up in my life. Everywhere I go, I'm bumping into him. I see him all the time. I now see him in the grocery store. I now see him at the coffee shop. I now see him at the traffic light. I now see him at my job. I now see him walking by my house, because he's now maybe living in the area and it's getting warmer, summertime. We're out walking. We're out jogging. Oh my God, he just jogged past my house. You've got to trick yourself into believing the minions are delivering it. And the only way you can do that is to stop talking about the drama. And I keep telling you guys that. One of my popular videos is Stop Talking. I'm going to link it below here, along with changing your specific person's story. Because your separation is because you are telling a story. Mine, radio silence. I'm a cop's daughter. And when you go radio silence, that means nobody talks. Not even dispatch. And back in the 70s, 80s, when Dad was a cop, radio silence was horrible. Because you didn't have mics on the body. You didn't have cell phones. So when you put somebody in radio silence, that's your words, not theirs. So you are putting up a stop sign saying, don't come near me. Stay away. You're not talking to me, so... And that's exactly what you get. Absolutely nada. And the more you persist in that old story or the time frame, you're going to create more of that time frame. The more you persist in, I live in the now and everything's working out for me, they are showing up, they're calling, they're texting, and I know everybody says do not manifest a text. But if you're in a relationship, and I get a lot of this question, how do I get my boyfriend to answer my texts? How do I get him to answer my phone call? Well, I was told by a player, don't start your text message with, I'm so angry. If you need something, I need a favor. If you want something, throw something out there that's going to grab attention. You can't come across I'm dying if I don't get this person in my life. And guess what? If you survive 6 years without them, you don't need them in your life. You are choosing to have them in your life. Why? Is it enriching your life? Is it control? Is it because you want to prove to everybody that you were right? Why do you want them back? They're an ex for a reason. Again, that's what I was told by a player. And sometimes exes are good. But if you truly, truly love this person and you want them back, what are they bringing into your life? Because you are looking at the lack. What are you lacking? Are you lacking the feeling they give you? Are you lacking the sound of their voice, the way they look at you? What specifically is it about this person that you have to have back into your life? And I stopped saying it. What is your true desire? Because that true desire is what causes you to manifest. When I say I'm spoiled, my true desire is for people to always do nice things for me. So I know being spoiled means you guys are doing amazing things for me. But my true desire to be with my specific person, what is it? Is it to have their last name? Is it to hold their hand? Is it to post on social media? Is it to have that marriage certificate that says, I am Mrs. So-and-so? What is your true desire? Mine? The name. I want the name. I want the name. Yeah, I want the name. But more than the name, I want to wake up with him, because the first thing I think about every morning when I wake up is him. The last thing I think about every night when I go to bed is him. My first thought and my last thought. So to know that there are mornings that I would be able to wake up with him, to know that there would be nights I get to go to sleep with him, depending upon work schedules, it may not happen every day. But if it happens 3 times a week, those are going to be the best days of my week. To have coffee. I love coffee. I love coffee. And I love this guy more than coffee. So if he gets off work in the middle of the night and he comes home with a cup of coffee, he's going to be mad that I'm up, but he's going to know that I'm up. And he brings a cup of coffee. How amazing would that be? So it would be to have coffee at 3:30 in the morning. So I have the name, I have the coffee, and I get to go snuggle in bed with him. Those are my true desires. It's when the doors are closed and I'm inside my 4 walls, knowing that he's there. If your desire is to post on Facebook you're in a relationship, then that's what you need to focus on. I do the coffee game because I manifest a lot with coffee when I'm looking for something specific. So here, babe, here's your cup of coffee. Good morning. That would be my morning. But I know over 20 years' time, I've had a lot of cups of coffee. I know that the wall color is going to change, the dishes are going to change, the kitchen may even change. But that one scene's not going to change. Here, babe, here's your coffee. Good morning. And I focus simply on, why am I spoiled? Because he's always bringing me coffee. Because he makes my coffee the way I love it. He makes the perfect cup of coffee, and he's handing it to me. You have to be specific, general, when you are trying to bypass the time frame, because that time frame sucks. It rips us apart because we compare everybody to that person. So if I'm comparing everybody to the love of my life, that's not fair to them. But I'll tell you, you compare your coworkers, you compare your friends, you compare your family, you compare anybody else that you might potentially date to that one person. Do they measure up to that one person? I have 2 people in my life everybody gets compared to. Jared and Savannah. Everybody. And if you are afraid to publicly say you're manifesting this person, how many celebrities say that they manifested the person in their life? Oprah Winfrey just came out and said she manifested Stedman. Jim Carrey tells you he manifests everything. Meghan Markle manifested a prince. Now, there's where you've got to look at time. She grew up, said she was going to grow up to be a princess. She got married, she got divorced, she was into acting. She, by royalty bylaws, can't marry a prince because she's divorced. And if she does, the prince has to give up his throne. She still married a prince. And she's 36, so it took her 36 years to get to marry a prince. Time is only there because that is the story you are telling. You guys have an absolutely wonderful day. I'm going to go work on my dresser some more. Hopefully it's done for tomorrow. Then this afternoon I'm going to the circus with my girls, and I plan on having a wonderful day. So you guys, subscribe, hit the like button, and if you have a question that you want me to answer, put it underneath my YouTube videos, because this video is an answer to a question.